Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Gung Joy. Stan, that was a tough speech to have to give. The number 7 speech is one of the more difficult ones because you really have to work at it. You have to have done some research and put the research together and explain the results of this research to a diverse group. And Stan was challenged today by really talking to a group of people that were very diverse, some of whom would have known exactly what he was talking about, and others who probably didn't have a clue. And Stan's job was to try to make some sense out of this topic of net-centric warfare to the whole group. And so that in itself was a hard job, and I think that you handled that as well as could be expected with this sort of an audience. Obviously, you had a book, a textbook, that, or one that was used in a class that you had to read, and you worked from that. You took exception to some of the things that apparently the book had said. And the purpose of the speech is actually to select a subject of importance to the audience that requires a large amount of research. The speaker is to collect information from numerous sources and carefully support points with specific facts, examples, illustrations, rather than just the speaker's own opinion. Now, as I mentioned, Stan did have some opinions, but he supported those opinions with facts and information from other people that were authoritative. And that's something we learn in debate, that it's one thing to have an opinion and espouse this opinion, but if you can't back it up with some sort of fact or authoritative evidence, then it really doesn't matter that it's your opinion. And so Stan really did this very effectively, I thought. Secondly, Stan was well organized. Everything was 1, 2, 3, or this, and then we went to the next part. It was always clear where he was within the context of his talk. And so the organization, you definitely get an A for organization in that speech. A couple of things that I would work on, and it's something I know you struggle with because English is not, obviously not your first language, and of course, living in New York, it's probably not your second language either. But work on enunciation and pronunciation. And I just bring one word out. The word information came out information a few times. So just practice in front of a mirror. Information. It's going to slow you down, and that's something that you've worked on. You are definitely improving, but work on enunciating your words, particularly the long ones, through the speech, because if you don't, and they get muddled, then people aren't going to hear what you're trying to say. And a group such as us, such as in here, where many people have English for a second language, or in some cases a fourth language, then it's important that we're clear with our words. The second thing is there were a few grammatical problems, but I'll leave it to the grammarian to deal with those. But some simple things that I think you can overcome. And we thank you for getting up here and giving that speech. You don't have to thank us. But overall, I thought you did an excellent job with a difficult assignment, and I look forward to speech number 8. Madam Toastmaster.